loves, welcome to my channel. Welcome if you're new. It's Cass. Please like, subscribe, comment and all those fun things. Today I'm going to be doing another gardening kind of plant collection sort of video. I bought a lot of these succulents and like these plants and that, and then I just put off doing it because I bought them on the 7th of June. And my cat unexpectedly passed away that night, and then my dog 6 days later. So I just left all the plants there untouched and realized that if I didn't do something with them soon that they'd probably die. So I finally got around to that, and yeah, so sad start to the video, but I'm glad the plants are done now. I'm glad that they're planted now. I hope you like the collection that I have. Yeah.
What follows is a brief construction montage.
So this is a birdcage that I bought from a nursery for plants, and this is some of that coconut fibre stuff. There's some loose and some already shaped. So I'm just measuring it up and I'm going to cut it to size. And I'm just going to test it in there to see how it fits, but I think I got it right. This is just a little bit thicker as well, and there's some plastic in it, so it'll help prevent like rust and that happening to the cage. It'll happen eventually, but that's just to prevent it. And I'm now breaking up the coconut fibre just to kind of build like the mesh kind of shape around the side. And I'm just snipping the edges to help me get like into the grooves better. This is like a rough kind of little foundation, I guess, for my plants. And here's the potting mix. So I'm just putting handfuls in and patting it around, making sure it's watered and moist. And here's a plant. So I'm going to pot that in there. And just keep moving it around until it's positioned where I want it to be, and water it again. And this is a little string of pearls succulent plant that I have, and I hadn't properly potted it yet, so I've taken it out of the pot that it came in. And I'm just separating it, but I'm doing this really carefully because I don't want to damage the roots and kill the plant. So I'm going to put some of it, pot it properly into this little ceramic hanging basket I have, and then the other half of the plant in the little bird cage. And this is a little cactus I have. Sorry I didn't get like a good camera angle there. And it pricked me. I put the cactus in the center of the cage, and it keeps pricking me, but that's okay. And this is a little, I think it's called string of turtles, also another little succulent, and I'm just doing what I did with the string of pearls, just carefully separating it, putting some in the cage, and putting some elsewhere. And I'm just kind of feeding it through the cage and making sure that it's got enough soil. And it's a little tricky to work around the cactus. Oh, and this is a little leaf. It's a little light succulent leaf. I'm not too sure what type of succulent it is, but it's like a thick kind of little leaf that had started to root, so I put it in there. And I don't even know what type of plant this is. I think it's a type of succulent. But same thing, just separating it into little clusters, and some of it will go in the bird cage. and then others will go in other pots. And adding more potting mix. And this I just grabbed from another pot I had. I think it's called Mother of Many or something. It's a succulent, but it's basically like it goes everywhere. And these are 2 little succulents as well, just off bigger plants that I have. So at this point I kind of just quickly run around my garden to find anything that I could add to it, to have like this little succulent kind of garden. And there it is. This is a plant that my old team at work gave me, and it was in a little old coffee cup, and they got me this pot as well when I left the team, so I'm finally putting it in its big pot. We also named that plant Chuck, so Chuck's finally getting a bigger pot rather than his little coffee mug. Not too sure what type of succulent he is, but he is a succulent. Might be like a type of ficus or something, but I'm not too sure. But he's so cute and I love him. Give him some water. And this is my little succulent garden that I already have, but I had rocket in there and it died. So I'm just kind of changing it around and adding some more to it. Just kind of sprucing it up a little. And making sure it's well watered. And this one I'm very careful when I water it because there's no holes in the bottom of that pot. So I've got to be careful not to like drown anything. And this is a little succulent I got. It's actually 2 of them. I wasn't sure whether to separate them or not, but I figure I may as well so I can spread it through different little pots and things for variety. And there it is. And this is just another pot that I'm kind of putting all the spare bits in. So it's a little kind of mixed succulent pot. This one was really spontaneous. I didn't actually plan on doing this, but stick around because the end product is actually really nice. I was really happy with it. And I'm just hanging the string of turtles over the side of it. And that's the finished product.
1 eternity later.
This is my little bonsai. A little string of pills that I repotted. And this is my little bird cage. I'm really happy with how it turned out. So some of them still need pots, like this little guy and this one and those 2. But overall, this is how they're all looking. This is the one that I did the mix of the different succulents, a string of turtles. This one's got different little aloe veras. This is a traditional one, then this one, I think it's called a Christmas one, and then it's got another little succulent. I did a couple like little mixed bowls. I really like this one. I don't know what it is, but it reminds me of coral. And this one reminds me of a palm tree. A little mix of various succulents as well as like flowers. And these ones are beginning to bloom, so I'm really excited. These little guys still need a pot. This is like 3 different plants, but it's just going crazy in that one terracotta pot. And this is my cactus. I finally found a pot for him. It's so pretty. My mom actually bought the pot for something, but then she wasn't using it. And she was like saving it for something, but she wasn't sure what. And I said, "Are you using that pot?" And she goes, "What do you want it for?" And I said, "Can my cactus have it?" And she said, "But it's a pretty pot." So she basically implied that my cactus was too ugly for her pretty pot, but in the end she let me use it. And I think it is so cute. This is my cactus. So he gets like these little kind of soft bits like there. And then when they fall off, they become like these sharp little thorns. And I just put like these little rocks here to make it look more like desert-like, traditional. I'm so happy with it. Potting that cactus was really hard though. It's so hard to repot a cactus. Very painful, but so worth it. Fairy garden and Chuck. This little one was in my last video. She was just a seedling, like a tiny little leaf. It's viola, so I've grown her from a seed, and look how big she's gotten since my last plant video. And this one's going good too. I planted her in a jar and I was worried that like she wouldn't get enough water, but she's actually thriving. She's going really good. This one still needs a pot. It's so strange. The leaves are textured, so it's soft and fluffy. I need to get it a nice little pot. And this one is starting to bloom little red buds. This little bowl's kind of a mess. It was like all the bits of plants that had like fallen off while I was repotting. So like this is a little baby aloe vera that had started to grow. And so this one and this one, I've actually got like the roots, but all the rest are just like bits that have fallen off, and I'm kind of hoping that they'll begin to root. Like you can see this one is starting to. So I'm hoping that they like begin to root, and then this will turn into like a little succulent bowl. So that was my plants. I really hope you guys liked it. I know it's a little repetitive because I have done a plant video in the past, but that was a pretty good update, I think, because there were a lot of new plants and I thought the cage was really cool, and I'm so happy with how it turned out, so I was really excited to share that with you guys. And I'm so sorry that it's been a bit of a gap since I last uploaded. I try to upload every week, but this one's just kind of gotten away from me a bit. But also, just to add, things are going really well with my Reckless journal, and I have been uploading daily on TikTok, and that's going really well. People are enjoying it, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's really good. I'll show you a couple pages, like quotes, leaves, and other found things, tear strips of colour, try some plaid, and bring this book in the shower with you. So I'm going to do like a full flip through when it's finished, but in the meantime I upload a video with a different prompt every day on TikTok, and I'm really enjoying it. Go check that out if you want to, but otherwise that's okay. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe. I hope you all have a safe and lovely day, afternoon, night, wherever you are. Love you. Bye.